Before enjoying this episode, please be warned, we experienced many technical difficulties with batteries and audio. It is well known that spirits may be able to draw energy from these devices or interfere with their operations. Also, it is known that we could still not be perfect, and maybe we forgot to charge things and make sure audio recorders were indeed on. Anyways, we're not pointing fingers, we just hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Bye.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Is It Haunted? We're gonna find out here at Dual Citizen Brewery in St. Paul, Minnesota. They asked us to stop on by to check out for ghosts and ghouls. We'll figure it out together with the ghost crew. We got myself as normal. We got Jeremy, also normal. Chad, new normal. Anything else? I think not. We're gonna go interview some staff.
Welcome to Is It Haunted? We're the Ghost Crew. Today we're joined by Bradley and Ashley of Dual Citizen. We are thrilled to be invited here today. We haven't heard too many stories. I know, Bradley, we were talking briefly. You said you had you haven't experienced anything here, and you've been here for 2 years?
Yeah, almost 2 years, yes.
Have you heard any stories about stuff, or?
I have not. All I know is the building was built in the 30s, and it used to be a car manufacturer for a minute before they started producing armored cars here.
That's pretty cool. And Ashley, what's your history kind of here with the paranormal?
Sometimes when I'm here early in the mornings, which is not often because I'm in sales, sometimes I think it's a little eerie, creepy. Yeah, I've been here for a few months, so nothing too crazy.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, so this is kind of like a brand new open investigation. I mean, we don't really have any stories of anything happening, but we'll see what happens tonight. We've got some fun tools to kind of play with and see if we catch any EVPs. We'll probably leave a static camera out here, see if we catch anything, but yeah, generally what we do is just kind of walk around and see if we experience anything, see if we catch anything, and hopefully have a good time.
Just start now.
Okay.
Static cam.
There's Chad.
Chad, put this on a table. There's a menu in front of there. There's a menu on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool reflection.
And the audio was so bad. It was easier to do this, I guess, come up with this idea. And during this, we were just asking some basic questions like, is there anyone here? Anyone want to talk to us? We got nothing.
Yeah, which
Zero.
is strange because normally
something
we get something, whether it's just radio chatter, like something.
Yeah.
But it was 0%.
Nothing, and then we do a nice little tour.
It's loud in the cooler.
Yeah, and they have a nice space, but it's pretty much a level. There's a little, upper second floor area that's for staff. But I guess I was maybe thinking there would be darker and creepier places too. And whatever, that's fine.
Maybe less than half. I didn't see that there's a order.
Getting any spooky vibes yet, Josh? What about hungry vibes?
Yeah, I did. Saw snacks.
Yeah.
I like lunch.
We all saw
Okay.
snacks.
Yeah.
It's dinner time, so I'm getting mighty hungry.
Oh boy.
What?
And cheese
Yeah.
You don't like that?
No, I like me.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Perfect.
You're saying, oh boy, like this is good. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
here We have some movement. There's like table tent like stands with numbers on them. There certainly are fans in there. I saw them, and you can kind of see the shadow in them in this static cam footage. It was still interesting because that was the only one moving.
Well, yeah, and you did the editing, and so like it doesn't always move, and the sound and the fans were steady, so it's not like they turned off and on.
And then here's where there's like that weird
wiggle
anomaly, and then it moving. And we filmed this for over 30 minutes, and the only time it moved was when this thing flew by it. I'm not a big believer of orbs.
Yeah, orbs are.
But they're
That's us up there. Don't be scared. That's up. That's
Yep.
up there. And well, if you're looking, depending on where you put that in, like it could be up there, but
right,
or it could be up there.
But this is just some fast motion. So you can see that thing moving the whole time.
Yeah, that
so
10 wiggles.
I don't really think that's anything. The menu thing, I think, could be something.
And this is when you and Chad went into the cooler to do an EV.
This is just Chad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because Chad and I
you went
into
somewhere
the
else.
green room.
Yep. Okay.
Which will be right after this. Spooky. See how with this, I had to turn the volume all the way up.
Just to get
a glimpse of like what people were saying. So that's why I did the subtitles.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it helps because we didn't know. You put these in before we knew we were going to do kind of like a talk over.
Yep.
So that's smart, and it gives me an idea of what you think your brother's thinking.
Right.
That's kind of a fun layered idea.
Yeah.
So because you're so related, you might tap into similar vocab.
Totally. And then this is this like right when we got in the grain room. Initially, arrangement got that EVP, and then we got haunt.
Oh, I saw cuss words. Shame.
Unlikely, and then return.
So you got.
There's like one after the other.
This is like up. Look how happy you are.
Well, it's just because like we got nothing for like an hour. It was like nothing. It was pretty silent. And
yeah, but do you see how happy you were?
Yeah, I was. It was like happy, but like kind of scared. And then Terrence, that was a good one.
So
and then send right after it.
Yeah. So the theory, I think I was talking with Ashley a lot, and Terrence. That is spelt like the place, like a Terrence, or is that a person?
Terrace?
Nope.
And then when you guys got in the grain room right after
away,
us,
religion,
right away, and then you guys did the divining rods.
Yep, I tried to stage cam.
The only thing I know, it is a grain room. So the grain we know being in the industry, super dusty, but like right as you start doing it, look at this.
Yeah. Well, this is maybe my first time, positively
using
first time.
Them. Yeah.
Using them. So if you're talking about the wiggly, it's because I didn't want to make it totally even because I felt like that would cheat because then that's just gravity. But so I was trying to find the right angle to keep them at like not quite a 45, maybe like a 15 to 10 degree angle. And I have ADD, so sometimes I forgot I was holding stuff, so that's why you see me wiggling a lot, and it's because I have a lot of bottled up energy. I'm like basically a giant Coke can, always shaking up.
Yeah.
So you never know when I'm gonna pop.
Huge fan of Coke cans.
Coke cans.
But yeah, again, you guys are a little separated from the camera. But there certainly was some activity. I think it was just grain dust. I'm not going to delve too deep into it. So we had constant issues with technology in our equipment. Chad went through 3 batteries. Totally went through 3 batteries on the IR cams. all the recorded footage saved. But between that recorded footage, these were being recorded too. So it's really weird that these didn't save. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then the only one that saves captures giggle, and like, I didn't see that. I know you had it for a sec, Chad had it for a sec.
I don't remember giggle. I remember, is mine in the
I didn't do the bathroom. I mean, the only reason I didn't include the bathroom stuff was like, I couldn't
Well, I mean, now I'm
hear
here,
anything.
but I guess it's fine. Because all I
Yeah.
did was run around in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think I got soda, if I remember. And then I just remember the first one, soda. There was something second, and it was like not quite related. But soda was like I walked right in there and it said it.
Soda.
Soda.
Yeah. Very strange. Yeah. Well, it was an interesting investigation. It was just kind of riddled with issues. Dual Citizen was very gracious. The staff is awesome. It was really nice to talk to everyone, kind of get their insights, listen to their stories. But yeah, I'm not, again, we're not perfect, but I'm not putting all of what happened on us. Like, there was certainly a lot of issues. This is our, what is it, like 7th or 8th investigation. So at this point, I feel like we have a pretty good idea of what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
And there's just so many, battery and device issues that...
And not to blame Dual Citizen, because it's not their fault, but I just think their building's a little louder than we're used to.
Yeah.
And so maybe now we got to look into, like...
But again, even with all that, it was, we work in a brewery too. We know there's compressors, we know all the equipment, all the pumps. There's a lot of stuff. There's
lots of tubes, pumps, chumps, lots of different sounds.
Yep.
Washing, drying machines.
So yeah, I mean, all said and done, I don't ever aim to be perfect, and I don't really care. But I like producing a product that's like
human,
somewhat like polished.
Yeah, I think this one had a couple interesting things, like the orb. We don't know if we believe in.
Yeah, I don't think I want to straight up call it an orb, just because I've dug paranormal, programs and stuff. Did it just turn on?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Weird. The TV just turned on. It's kind of weird.
And that doesn't happen often.
Well, I mean, it's weird because I think the remotes are just nothing's on.
And no pups are close to it. How many remotes do you have? Just the one?
There's just one TV remote. So that likely would have been the Roku one. So yeah, that's weird. I just feel like it's a pretty easy explanation and excuse for like something like a lot of the skeptics have like proven like, hey, it's pretty easy to create orbs, like shake a blanket and then record it, and you just get all these dust particles and everything that show up on film as such.
And then someone just has to blow a certain direction, and then they move in an awkward.
Yep. So I think a lot of times it's like an easy excuse for things. And I guess what irritates me most is like it's cut and dry, like that's an orb, that's a spirit, we're done. Whereas like you didn't go any further and like explain maybe like in the grain room as Josh and Ashley start doing their divining rod session, there's a ton of like particles flying. But they're in a grain room, again, us in the industry, that grain is all ground, so it gets very fine, and it does not surprise me that it shows up on film like that. So I don't think that's anything. That menu thing, though, is really weird. We had that stationary static camera on a table for over and a half an hour. The menu, there's a menu on a bar, and it just flips up. That's the only time it does it. conveniently right at the same time, there's something, it could just be a bug, it could be a fly or whatever, but something just flies right above it as it moves. There's some real weird, like, trailing, but it could be the frame rate of the camera that's just not, the whatever was moving is quicker than the frames the camera's taking.
Yeah, and I thought I heard a thing that all cameras kind of view stuff left or right, like how they film. So if, like, it was a bug and it was going right, it could be quicker than, I don't know, there's like a whole thing. I gotta look into it. Yeah. I don't know the term. But it's like how they talk about a lot of those mirror ghost shot photos.
Oh, like Pepper's Ghost?
Yeah. I don't know
that's a technique where using like a piece of glass, you shoot an object and then the reflection is like projected somewhere. So
okay, I've heard that, but I've also heard mirrors, like real mirrors, because if you're turning left or right and you're at that weird angle, it'll take the photo of you not turning, but then like the face will be dysmorphed because it's taking a photo from left to right. Like it memorizes like the ones and zeros left to right. You never heard that?
No.
I don't know the term, so I'm sorry. It's going to take you a long time to look that up.
The only thing we did capture, which was kind of a surprise for me to find because it was so short, and I was like, what is this? It was like a screen record of that app, and there was an EVP on it, and it just said giggle. So it kind of was an interesting, like, with all the issues, it kind of felt like something was
teasing us.
Yeah, just goofing around.
Giggling at us.
Yep.
If you will.
Yeah. And then with the EVPs, again, these aren't traditional EVPs. We didn't also capture them on our recorded equipment. But it was weird that there are very few places in there that things were happening.
I've since talked to Ashley on the road. We run into each other often. And she talks about Terrence all the time now. That's what we decided to name the ghost. That's what you didn't really get.
With the EVP.
With the EVP amp, we got we got Terrence out of it. Mm-hmm. Not a place where you hang out, but a person, mayhaps. Or a spirit, or an orbs, or an entity. We don't know. But she has now scared a lot of people at Dual Citizen.
So, like, with that being said, like, it's cool. There's some excitement that's been built up and created with this. I also don't want people to, like, be scared, because we also aren't.
No, I mean,
no,
I don't think that was the vibe that she was saying. She just was excited about the event, and I think more just having fun.
Well, good. I mean, hopefully watching this, it gives some people, answers. And
I do want to state that I am an empty vessel, and if you want to be invited in, that's fine.
That's Josh saying that. I'm not saying that as Jeremy.
Yeah, no, I'm saying...
I'm a good boy. I don't want any of that. Again, it was a fun investigation. Thanks again, Dual Citizen, and all you fine folks. But this is one of those times where, like, even though we didn't get a ton of results, like, kind of the lack of results and what led to those lack of results can be used kind of as...
no evidence is evidence.
Evidence, Yep. So, I mean, ultimately, every episode, we have to answer, Josh, do you think Dual Citizen Brewing Company is haunted?
I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Okay.
Not haunted. I mean, there could be a visitor sometimes, it seems like, with Terrence. I don't know if it would be like... So I guess we've never defined haunted. Not to, like, make this last forever, but I guess haunted in my head is like a permanent residence or like a permanent haunting or like as where I think a place can have memories where it's like sometimes it's more active than others, and
it might be more a difference of, like, is there an intelligent haunt that interacts, or does it seem like something's just there?
Was that's? I think if something interacts, it's more poltergeisty then, or
no,
more.
poltergeist is like opening cabinets and like throwing dishes and breaking stuff.
But isn't that like an active haunt? Or are you saying
an intelligent haunt would just be more like if you can interact with it.
Okay.
So like if you're asking questions and like you're getting results.
Yeah. Okay. So then,
like that.
If we're going off that, I don't think it's haunted.
Yeah.
Because I think we were asking a bunch of stuff. It did seem like ramblings on the MVP machine.
Yeah.
MVG, most valuable ghost.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go and say no. Jeremy, how do you feel about Dual Citizen? Is it haunted?
Yeah. It's tough because it's kind of an open layout, so there's really not a bunch of fully separated areas to check out. So yeah, ultimately, with what we captured, we definitely got some weird anomalies. They could likely be explained, but ultimately, I don't think it's haunted. I think anyone working there or enjoying themselves there can continue.
Feel safe.
Feel safe, yeah. Yep. And, it's not to say that, yeah, we did capture stuff, but it's a finite no. I just think there wasn't anything, like, with our ale jail investigation. Like, that put me over the edge where it's like, the basements, like, there's enough in the basement, especially when we did the updated episode of, like, there's even more stuff going on. On that, thanks for joining us again, and until next time, keep being yourself.
Keep on haunting in the free world.
Yeah.